All right, so diving in today, we're going deep on Ellen G. White, specifically her take on, strong spices.
Yeah, ginger, garlic, those kinds of things. It gets interesting, actually.
Right. You sent over some notes from her writings, Counsels on Diet and Foods, Ministry of Healing, even Testimonies for the Church, the health reformer, quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. She had a lot to say about diet, even down to the specifics of, seasoning.
And that's what we're trying to get at. Like, what was the thinking behind it all?
Absolutely. So let's get into it.
Okay, so right off the bat, in Counsels on Diet and Foods, pages 339 to 340, she's pretty wary of strong spices.
Mhm.
Garlic, ginger specifically. What's the main concern there?
Well, the big thing for her was, irritation to the stomach.
Hmm, makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of her dietary advice, like the core of it was about food that's easily digestible. And those strong spices, in her view, they kind of went against that, disrupted the process.
So it wasn't just like, oh, this might give you heartburn. It was deeper.
Oh, absolutely. She even saw a link between like potent flavors and unhealthy cravings.
Really?
Yeah, the idea was those intense tastes, they overstimulate the palate, and then you start craving even stronger, more intense things, and it takes you further away from like a simple, natural way of eating.
Ah, okay. So then what was the alternative? I know in Ministry of Healing, page 305,
Hmm.
she talks about natural foods, using mild herbs, that kind of thing.
Exactly. She was all about letting the natural flavors, of whole foods just come through,
Yeah.
enhanced by gentle herbs, nothing too overpowering. It really fits with her whole philosophy of approaching health naturally.
Okay, that's consistent. And this overstimulation thing comes up again,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Counsels on Diet and Foods, page 339, links strong spices to digestion problems, even broader health issues, all because of this overstimulation.
Yeah, and what's interesting here is that she recognized that our bodies, they're complex systems, and something as simple as what you eat can have a ripple effect, right? So overstimulation for her, it was like throwing off the body's balance.
Now, this is where it gets even more interesting because, she was a big advocate for vegetarianism.
Right.
But in Testimonies for the Church, volume 2, page 368, she actually warns against strong spices in vegetarian cooking.
Yeah.
Mustard, pepper, even too much garlic, she names them. Why the extra caution specifically there?
Well, her concern was that even if you're eating healthy, like a plant-based diet, if you use a lot of strong spices, it could create this like desire for stronger stimulants in general,
Mhm.
almost undermining the good you're doing with the vegetarian lifestyle. It's about cultivating that taste for the pure and natural.
So it's all connected, but it wasn't like a total ban on these spices, right?
No, not at all. The health reformer from November 1st, 1870, talks about moderation. That was key for her.
Okay, yeah.
She advised against, using them all the time, heavily, but it wasn't about cutting them out completely. The focus was on avoiding that excess stimulation.
So mindful consumption rather than like
Yeah.
strict rules.
Exactly.
All right, so big picture. It sounds like Ellen G. White was generally saying, go easy on the ginger, the garlic, those strong spices, mostly because of worries about, well, irritating the stomach, potentially leading to cravings for even stronger stuff, and just the overall effect of overstimulation on the body and all this, even within a vegetarian diet.
Yeah.
Moderation was the key.
Yeah, you got it. It really shows a nuanced understanding of how these, seemingly small choices we make about food can really impact our well-being.
And I think that's what makes this deep dive so fascinating, right? We're looking at these writings from a historical perspective, but it makes you think about your own relationship with food and flavor today. So for all of you listening, how do you find that balance in your own diet? It's something to consider.
Definitely.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
For more healthy tips like this, subscribe to our channel. Bye.